Hi friends, how are we doing? We survived the ban, I think. I don't think anything else is going to happen, so we're going to proceed as if nothing at all even happened. So I decided to come on here and finally record my beginning of the year tag. I know it ain't really the beginning of the year, but it technically is, so it don't matter. I got this inspo from Larry Reeds as everybody else is getting. I'll tag her below. I took like 16, 15 questions from her list, so I'll put those questions down below so that you can copy them and make your own video. So for the first question, it says, how many books are you planning on reading in 2025? So on my Goodreads, I have a reading goal of 100 books. Last year I read 94, I think. And it's really not about me trying to reach that 100 goal. I just set something just to set it. But I think this year I'm going to go at my own pace. I'm going to, if I don't feel like reading for 2 weeks, I'm just not going to do that. If I don't feel like reading or if I feel like reading straight for 2 weeks, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm not going to put this strain or expectation on myself. I'm just gonna read whenever I feel like reading. Number 2 is a book you're likely to reread this year. So I'm not really keen on rereading because if I know what a book is about, I kind of find the book a little boring because I know what's coming. But I will say, if I had to choose, it would probably be Pretty Girls or Silent Patient because I don't remember. It's now getting talked about. When I first joined Book Talk around 2023 December, those two books really weren't getting talked about, but now they're getting talked about, and I don't remember anything about those books. So if I had to choose, I would reread those two. Number 3, a priority read on your 2025 TBR. I have 2, I think, from the top of my head right now. It's Six of Crows and Giovanni's Room. I don't know much about Giovanni's Room, but I follow a lady on YouTube, Carrie Can Read, and the way she described Giovanni's Room was just, it really intrigued me. And then I read what it was about, and it's in my Amazon cart as we speak, and I need to get that book. But Six of Crows, I've been having that for a while, and I've been wanting to go into that book. The only thing that's halting me, it was because I didn't have Crooked Kingdom, but I have Crooked Kingdom now. And the other thing that's holding me is the fact that people are saying I have to read the Shadow and Bone series trilogy first. And I don't know about that, I don't know, but we'll see. Number 4, an author you won't be reading more books from this year. I have to give it to Miss Frida. The more thrillers I read, the more I see that she's like a level 1 thriller. And I need something that's a little more exciting. Yes, her plot twists are, they're plot twists, but I need something, a little more advanced when it comes to thrillers. No offense to her, but I'm just saying. Number 5, something new I want to read, new genres or tropes. I want to get more into historical fiction books. I really want to get more into that. I've been really intrigued with the Holocaust stories, and because World War II is great to write about. It's like so many stories you could write about that, but I've started and stopped reading The Nightingale so many times that it's a crime at this point. You know what I'm saying? I don't think World War II books are for me, but I am interested in like the Holocaust in Germany, and I don't want to butcher the name, Auschwitz or something like that. Yes, I'm intrigued with that. Number 6, a popular book I want to read, all of Emily Henry's books. I'm not really a big romance girl, but they said those books are really not cheesy, and I need me a good non-cheesy romance book. You know what I'm saying? Eden, I think her name is Eden. I think I'll tag her just so you know who I'm talking about. Eden said those books are not cheesy, and I trust my girl. I ain't with that cheesy. I can't. I'm not doing it. So Emily Henry. I want to start reading her. Number 7, my most anticipated 2025 book release, definitely the traditionally published Manacled book. I forgot what it's called. I'll post it, of course, but I am definitely interested in getting into that because I have Manacled, the Kindle version or the AO3 version on my Kindle, but I want that physical form really bad, and I'm going to get it. Number 8, a bookish goal for 2025 is to get another bookshelf. I don't like this tall and small combo that I have going on. I need me a taller one so I can have the aesthetic of all my books behind me. I don't like this action right here. So definitely give me another bookshelf. Number 9, a book that's been on my TBR that I probably won't ever read. Definitely probably Practice Makes Perfect by Sarah Adams. That's my sister bought that and gave it to me, and I was like, I started it at the very beginning, like 2023, and I was like, absolutely not. That book is what made me realize that I do not like cheesy. That's cheesy. No, thank you. Number 10, a series that I want to read this year. Definitely, I want to get my toe into Brandon Sanderson series, his Mistborn series, and all his other series. I do want to start reading those, and the Lord of the Rings series. I really want to get into that as well. Number 11, my Autobot authors going into 2025. Definitely S.A. Cosby and Riley Sager. I read The Only One Left, I think that's what it's called, by Riley Sager, and I loved it, so I'm going to definitely read more of him. And as y'all already know, I love lost my train of thought. I loved Razorblade Tears by S.A. Cosby, so I have to get more of his books as well. Number 12, a book to show adaptation I'm excited about. It's actually not a show, it's gonna be a movie. Maybe you have to leave. It's actually not going to be a show. It's going to get turned into a movie. So a book to movie adaptation is definitely The Housemaid. I know I said I don't want to read no more Frida, but I did read The Housemaid and I did enjoy it. So I want to see how that movie is going to turn out because the casting is amazing. And Verity. I heard Verity is going to get turned into a movie. I really would like to see that as well. I don't care if you don't like Colleen Hoover. That book was really good. Number 13, bookish things that I'm leaving in 2024 is definitely buying the whole series at once. If I don't know really too much about the series and if I'm going to even like, the next books, I'm going to start just buying the first book of every series. And then if I like that first one and I'm intrigued on continuing the story, then I will go and get the rest of the series because I have the whole entire Inheritance series and I have not even read the first book. It's like, and also The Deal, I haven't picked that book up since 2023, so it's like, why do I have the other two? You know what I'm saying? Could have bought another book. Number 14, what to expect from this account. I want to get into reading more Black romance books because they are really beautiful. Like, that's some really true Black love, and I do want to start going out and buying more Black author books because, why would I not? And so I said I wanted to start doing that. I want to get more into fantasy, and I want to get more into more thrillers, like discovering new thriller authors and not just the regular book talk authors. Number 15, how has my reading taste evolved from last year? Honestly, it has evolved a lot because in the beginning of last year when I really started back reading from being a teenager, when I was a teenager, I was really, really into the naughty Black romances that I wasn't supposed to be reading. So as I got older, I started reading more thriller and more fantasy, and I've really fell in love with fantasy. Like, I may not talk about it a lot, but I have a whole entire bookshelf that's literally nothing. This little one behind me, can't see it, but it's literally nothing but YA and high fantasy, grim dark fantasy, or whatever. Yes, fantasy. And also, I'm surprised that I'm interested in historical fiction because I hated history in high school. I didn't really care to learn about it, but the way that some of these authors are writing these stories based around real world things, it's amazing to me. Last question, something I want to say to anyone wanting to start a bookish account. My opinion, my advice, just do it. I was like super duper nervous to start this at first. Didn't want to show my face, didn't want to record myself talking. And I knew that that wouldn't bring really real friendship or the connection that some of us have already. So I decided to just break out of my comfort zone, because I know you guys don't know me in real life, but in real life I am awkward and quiet around people that I don't know. But when it's me and just my phone, it's really, and I'm talking about something I really am passionate about, it came natural. So don't be afraid to show yourself. Don't be afraid to see that 200 view, because I used to get discouraged with just the 200 view mark, and the more I posted, the more traffic came through. So just stick to it. Don't give up. You can do it. My account's not big, but that's okay. That's okay. This was my beginning of the year 2025 book tag. You can follow me on Instagram. Now that we have this back, I think I'm going to delete that Instagram, because I really don't like Instagram that much. So thank you.